Hi, I'm Becky Arnell, Telesystem Product and Training Specialist. Today we'll introduce you to several of the Polycom handsets supported by Telesystem. The Polycom 500 series phone has a 3.5-inch touchscreen display and 12 programmable line keys. Its dual USB ports support additional audio and video functionality. The Polycom VVX 500 and 600 series phones are equipped with a touchscreen display. This means that in many cases, the screen's display is managed by simply using your finger to tap, press, or swipe its screen. The main display is lined at its top and bottom with two bars. First, the status bar lines the top of the display. The information it displays may include the date, the time, and notifications of missed calls or voicemails. It also displays quick access icons to view voicemail messages and your recent calls list. Second, the soft keys line the bottom of the display. These keys change based on the state of your phone set. For example, while the phone is not on a call, the first key will initiate a new call as indicated by its label. On the other hand, when the phone is already on a live call, the first key is used to place the caller on hold. Paying attention to these dynamic keys is an important piece in understanding any available features. Phone views. The middle display view varies based on the state of the phone. Regardless of the current state of your phone, however, you may switch to any other available view simply by pressing the Home button. Pressing the Home button will not interrupt a live phone call. The primary views available are Lines, Home, and Active Call. First, the Lines view. The Lines view tends to be the most familiar because it's the phone's default display, meaning that it will be visible while your phone is idle. This view displays any lines built on your phone as well as any customized favorites. These favorite buttons are also known as speed dials and will be discussed later in the directory section of this presentation. The next view available is the Home view. The Home view displays quick access icons to features such as voicemail, directories, and Do Not Disturb. To use these features, simply tap on the icon. Many of these features are discussed in our Other Features section of the presentation. The final views available appear only when you are on one or more phone calls. If you are on one phone call, the Active Call view appears. If you are on more than one call, the Active Calls view appears. These views show information about the call in progress, including the phone number or extension, the line on which you are speaking, and how long you've been on the call. Notice that the soft keys that show while on a call differ than those that display when you are not on a phone call. If only one call is in progress, the screen will only show all of its information. On the other hand, if you are handling more than one phone call, the status and information for each of the calls will be stacked on each other on the display. When you are on several calls at once, distinguishing the status of a call in the Active Calls view is very important. The calls in this view indicate their status with a background color. Dark green indicates that a call is active, dark blue indicates that the call is incoming or held, bright green indicates the call is active and selected, bright blue indicates that the call is held or incoming and selected. In general, the brightest color on the screen is the one that is selected. When managing multiple calls, it's important to note that the soft keys pertain only to the currently selected call. For example, I am now talking to a caller while keeping the other on hold. If I wish to resume the call that is now held and put my current call on hold, I must first select the held call by tapping on it, then press the Resume soft key button. The soft keys change to show the features that are available for that selected call. Audio options. Use the plus and minus keys below the number pad to adjust the volume. While you are on a call, these adjust the volume of the audio mode you're currently using, such as the handset or the speakerphone. These keys will also adjust the volume of the ringer while you're not already on a phone call. To continue listening to your call, but mute your side of the conversation, press the mute key found on the bottom right of the phone. When active, this button will be red. To turn this feature off, press the button again. Though the handset mode is the most common way to speak to your caller, speaker and headset modes are available by simply pressing their associated buttons. Initiate speaker mode by pressing the button on the bottom right of the phone set. Initiate the headset mode by pressing the headset button on the bottom right of the phone set. Making calls. To make a call, you may begin by doing one of the following. Pick up the handset, press the speaker button, press the headset button, or press the new call soft key. When you've done that, simply input the phone number or extension you wish to reach. To end a live phone call, hang up the handset or tap the end call soft key. Answering calls. When a new phone call is presented to you, your phone will ring and the display will show the caller ID information for the incoming call. To answer the incoming call, you may do one of the following. Pick up the handset, press the speaker button, press the headset button, or tap the answer key on the display. When the call is answered, the screen will switch to show the active call screen automatically. If a second call comes in when you're already on the first, a few things will happen. First, you'll hear a call waiting tone through the handset, speakerphone, or headset. And second, the phone display will change to show you the details of the new incoming call. If you wish to answer this second call, tap the answer key on the call screen as shown. This places your first call on hold automatically. Because you're now on more than one call, both calls' information will display in the active call screen. Remember, the soft keys that show at the bottom of the screen pertain only to the selected call. To manage a different call, you must first select it, then press the desired key. Hold and park are features that allow you to place a live call on a private or a shared hold. Placing a call on hold on the phone set keeps it in a private hold. In other words, calls placed on hold may only be resumed on that particular phone set. To place your current call on hold, tap the Hold soft key. To resume a held call, tap the Resume soft key. As a reminder, if you're managing more than one phone call, be sure to first select the call before tapping the Hold or Resume soft key. If placing a call in a private hold is not appropriate, you may place them in Park instead. Park places the call in a shared hold so that it may be resumed from any phone on the system. Calls may be parked on any valid system extension, as long as there is not already a call parked on it. To place a call into Park, tap the More soft key, then tap the Park soft key. Input the extension on which you wish to park the call, tap the Enter soft key, then hang up after the system message plays. After the call is parked, any user may retrieve the parked call from any phone. This means that after you park a call, you will then simply call, go to the desk of, or page the user that should retrieve the parked call. To retrieve a parked call, tap the Pickup soft key, input the extension on which the parked call resides, tap the Enter soft key, then wait for the system to retrieve your parked call. The next available feature you may wish to use while on a call is Transfer. Transfer sends the call you're currently on somewhere else. There are 3 different ways to transfer a phone call: an announced transfer, a blind transfer, and a voicemail transfer. Depending on the situation, each of the 3 types of transfers may be useful in getting your caller to the right destination. First, an announced transfer allows you to speak privately with the third party before sending them the call. This allows you to make sure the receiving party is available, as well as prepare them with any additional information about the caller. To perform an announced transfer, tap the Transfer soft key, input the phone number or extension for which you would like to send the call, wait for the call to go through. When the third party answers, you may speak with them privately. If the third party can take the call, tap the Transfer key again. If they cannot take the call, tap the Cancel soft key to go back to your first caller. The second type of transfer is a blind transfer. A blind transfer allows you to send the call you have directly to another party without announcing them first. If the receiving party does not answer, the call will go to their voicemail box. To perform a blind transfer, hold down the Transfer soft key. tap the blind option on the transfer type screen, input the phone number or extension for which you wish to send the call. When the phone call information disappears from your phone, you may hang up. The final type of transfer is the voicemail transfer. This allows you to place your caller directly into an extension's voicemail box without ringing the extension's phone. This is especially useful if you know that the person receiving the transfer is in a meeting for which they shouldn't be disturbed. To transfer a call directly to an extension's voicemail box, tap the More soft key, tap the Send VM soft key, input the extension of the party that should receive the voicemail, tap the Enter soft key. You will hear the system say, "Your call has been transferred, thank you." Then you may hang up. Conference. While on a phone call, you may decide it's necessary to bridge in a third party so that all three persons may speak with each other at the same time. This is referred to as a conference call or a three-way phone call. To conference in a third party to your existing call, tap the Conference soft key at the bottom of the display. Input the phone number or extension of the third party. When they answer, you may speak with them privately to see if they can join the call. If they can join, tap the Conference soft key again. If they cannot join, tap the Cancel soft key to go back to the first caller. While on a conference call, the active call screen will note that you're on an active conference. If you tap the End Call soft key or hang up your phone, your part of the call will end, but the other two calls will remain intact. In other words, the phone simply transfers them to each other. Alternately, if you tap the Split soft key, the phone will stop the conference call in order to place both calls on hold on separate lines on your phone set. If voicemail is enabled on your phone, it's important to set up and manage the voicemail box. From the phone, you may access your voicemail by tapping on the envelope icon in the status bar of the Lines view or by navigating to the Home View Messages icon. To access voicemail from the Lines view, tap the envelope icon on the top left of the screen. The Messages screen will appear, showing you any urgent, new, or old messages. To listen to or otherwise manage your voicemail box, tap the Connect soft key. You may also access voicemail in the Home view. Press the Home button, tap the Messages icon, then tap the Message Center option. Again, the Messages screen will appear, showing you any urgent, new, or old messages. To manage voicemail preferences and messages, tap the Connect soft key. When you set up your voicemail for the first time, the system will require you to choose a new PIN for yourself and record a short greeting. If you do not know what your default PIN is, please see your system administrator or call Telesystem support. While you're navigating the voicemail system, the system will speak a list of options with the associated key presses to navigate to each. Simply listen for the desired function, then press the associated key. For a map of all of the available options, please see the telesystem.us resources section. If you wish to receive voicemail messages to your email address, this feature is available to be enabled on your online voicemail portal. For more information on this feature, please see the telesystem.us resources section. By default, if you've received a new voicemail message, your phone will indicate this by a small red blinking light on the top of the phone set. When you make, take, or miss calls, the caller ID information for each of these is stored in the Recent Calls list. This list makes it easy to review any missed calls and even call someone back. If you have already missed at least one phone call, the Recent Calls icon in the status bar will show a red circle with a number, indicating how many calls were missed. This notification will stay on the screen until the Recent Calls list is accessed. To access the Recent Calls list, tap on the Recent Calls icon in the status bar. In addition to using this list to call people back, you can review the overall list by using the Sort button to sort the entries. Alternately, you may swipe the list up and down to find a particular entry. Directories. Your phone is equipped with a local contact directory that you may build with phone numbers that you find useful. For example, you may want to add a phone number of a client you call regularly so that you no longer have to look up their phone number. To access the contact directory, press the Home button to navigate to the Home view, then tap the Directories icon. To manage your local contact directory, tap Contact Directory. Once you've reached this directory, you can add, remove, or modify your contacts. To add a contact, tap the plus sign, then enter the contact's name and phone number in the fields provided. If you would like to add this entry as a favorite, make sure to assign it an appropriate favorite index. Entries that have been assigned a favorite index number will show as a speed dial key in the lines view if there is space available. Forward. If you wish to forward all of your calls to an alternate destination, you can do so from your phone set. When the forward feature is enabled, calls will ring to an alternate destination instead of ringing your desk phone. This is useful, for example, if you are going on vacation or working from home for an extended period of time. The phone's forwarding options allow you to forward all calls immediately or only when your phone is busy or unanswered. Forwarding calls immediately is the most common way to forward your calls. To enable call forwarding, press the Home button to navigate to the home view, then tap the forward icon. From here, you may choose to forward calls immediately or only when your phone is busy or unanswered. Tap the forwarding type you wish to enable, enter a forwarding number, then tap the Enable soft key. When the immediate forward feature is enabled, the phone screen will indicate that this is active by using a different line icon and a status bar message. To turn the feature off, again navigate to the home view, then tap the forward icon. Tap the forwarding type you wish to disable, then tap the Disable soft key. Do not disturb. The Do Not Disturb feature will send all incoming calls to your voicemail box immediately, rather than ringing your phone first. For example, if you are interviewing someone in your office, placing your phone into Do Not Disturb allows you to stop the disruption of any incoming calls. Please note that while Do Not Disturb is engaged, you may still make outbound calls normally. To turn this feature on, press the Home button to go to the home view, then tap the D&D icon. If you have several lines on your phone, you may choose to place one or all of them into Do Not Disturb. Notice that while this feature is engaged, the status bar will show an indicator to remind you that it's on. Intercom. Intercom is an alternate way of dialing an extension. An intercom call will automatically be answered by the receiving phone set if it's been enabled on your system. To initiate an intercom call, tap the Intercom soft key, input the extension you wish to call, then tap the Enter soft key. Your call will immediately be answered by that extension on speakerphone. If you find that your intercom call is not automatically answered, this may mean that the recipient has disallowed intercom calls or that they are already on a phone call.